Hey guys, this is Ganesh. Welcome back to Ganesh Jadhav AutomationStudio. So today we are going to learn about the static keyword in Java. What is the use of the static keyword? Where we can apply this static keyword in Java? That all terms we are going to learn today. Okay. So first of all, we are going to learn about the static keyword. So what is meant by the static keyword? So static keyword. Static keyword in a Java is used for memory management mainly. So for memory management, we are using the static keyword because of the static keyword belongs to the class level than the instance of the object. So this static keyword never ever belongs to the object. This is directly class level variable. Okay, that is why this static keyword is used for the memory management. Now, where we are applying the static keyword, we can apply the static keyword to the static variable, to the static method and static block. So here we can apply our static keyword in front of the variable, in front of the method and in front of the block. We are defining our static keyword. Now let's see about the static keyword. I mean to say static variable. So static variable also known as a class level variable. Okay. The thing is, it is a variable which belongs to the class and not to the object. So this static variable is belongs to the class directly. This variables is not belongs to the object. Static variable are initialized only once at the start of the execution. That is why we are using this static keyword for the memory management. Because of this is initialization is happened only once at the start of the execution. And last point, we have a single copy to be shared by all instance of the class. Only single copy will be shared by the all instance of the class. This that is why we are using the static keyword in front of the variable. Now, how we are defining this static keyword? Let me show you the example here. I'm just creating the class which is named as a static variable example. Okay, so this is how I'm creating the class. Here I'm just writing down the main method because of main method is required if you wanted to run. Now, how we can define? Suppose I'm defining integer a is equal to 10. So what, in my last lecture I already told you, this is the instance variable. I told you about the what is meant by the instance variable, what is the access scope of the instance variable. But the question is how we are defining the static variable here. So if you wanted to define static variable, you just need to use static keyword in front of this variable. Now this variable is your static variable. Now this variable is your static variable. Now the thing is how we can access this static variable in the Java. So there are three ways for accessing the static variable in the Java. The first way is how to access the static variable in Java. There are three ways to access the static variable in Java. The first way is with the help of the object. So first of all, I'm just creating an object, guys. Like this is my class here is equal to new. This is I'm creating an object and I'm just printing the printing the statement like this is the with the help of the object. Okay, and I'm simply define the I'm just using this object dot a. So this is the way, first way we are accessing the static variable. Then another way we have, what is the another way? Second way we have with the help of the class name. These are the class level variable. That is why we can directly access this static variable with the help of the class name. So here you can see I'm just writing down with the help of the class name, and here I am just write down the class name directly. So I'm just copying this class name and here I'm pasting dot a. This is how we can access the static variable. And last, third way, we have directly call the variable. So here I'm just writing down SOUT and here direct call, and here we can directly use the static variable. So if I'm accessing instance variable directly without an object, we will get a compilation error. But if we are accessing the static variable, we don't get an any compilation error over here, because of this static variable are the class level variable. Now if I'm running this program, you can see this all value, all variable will get printed over here. Now my build is happening over here, and here you can see with the help of the object 10 10, all value will get printed over here because of age value is a 10. This is how we are accessing the static variable in a Java, guys. Now if you wanted to, so the most recommendable way, what is the most recommendable way we have? So there are rules. If we are accessing static variable within a class, we can directly call over there. So if you wanted to access static variable within the class, you can directly call that variable. And if you are accessing this static variable outside of the class, you must need to access that static variable with the help of the class name and dot variable name. So this is how you can access the static variable outside of the class. Okay, this first way is not recommendable to access the static variable. Okay, this is how we can define our static variable, and this is how we are accessing the static variable in Java. Now about the static method, what is meant by the static method? This is also known as a class level method. Like about the static method in Java is a method which belongs to the class and not to the object. Because of this, these are the static level method. So these are the class level method. So if you wanted to access the static method in a class, you don't need to create an object for the access. Like if you are trying to access non-static method, you need to create an object for that. Like a static method can access only static data. It cannot access non-static data instance variable. So this is the first term we have. Now let's see, let me create the another class for defining the static method, like static method static method example. So this class I'm going to create over here. Now here I'm just defining my main method. Now I wanted to define this static method. How we can define? Like simple way we have public void like method one. So this normal method I'm defining. Okay, now this is the non-static method we have. And whenever we wanted to define the static method, you just simply need to add the static keyword after the in front of the void. Means this is the return data type we have. So it means, guys, this is your class level method. This is we are calling, this is the static method we have. So here I'm just printing static method. Okay, this is what we are calling, this is the static method we have. Now so this is how we can define our static method. So static method is belongs to the class directly, not to the object. Then second point we have, a static method can access only static data. It cannot access the non-static data. It means instance variable. Guys, if we are defining any instance variable here, like here you can see integer a is equal to 10. If I'm defining my integer variable like this, and if I'm trying to access this integer variable within a static method, we will get a compilation error over here. You cannot able to access the non-static data members in the static method. This is the rule we have. So if you wanted to access, you need to create an object. And if I'm defining any static variable over here, static b is equal to 10. Okay, static b is equal to 10. uh, Static integer b is equal to 10, and if I'm trying to access the static variable in the static method, you can able to access that method. So in this static method, you can access only static data members. It means static variables only. You cannot able to access non-static variable. Okay, third point we have, a static method can call only other static method and cannot call a non-static method from it. So what does it mean, guys? Suppose I have the non-static method public void method 2. So this is the non-static method I have. Okay, this is the non-static method we have. Now guys, if I'm trying to access, okay, what does it means this point? A static method can call only a static method can call only other static method and cannot call the non-static method from it. So if I'm trying to access method 2 over here, okay, method 2 I'm trying to access over here, I'm getting a compilation error. Here you can see. So you cannot able to access non-static method in the static method, non-static method in the static method. So if I'm defining another static method over here, here you can see this is another static method I'm defining, public static void method method 2 I'm defining. Okay, this is what, not method 2, method 3, because of method 2 already exists. Now if I'm trying to access this static method inside this static method, can you able to access? Yes, definitely you can able to access. The rule is you cannot able to access non-static method in the static method, but you can able to access static method in the static method. Now the another point we have, can we access the static method in the not non-static method? Yes, you can able to access the yes you can able to access the static method in the non-static method. So here you can see you can able to access. Now another method 3, here we are defining, you can see you can able to access static method in the non-static method because of static method is your class level method. Okay. now now a static method can be accessed directly by the class name and doesn't need any object. So if you wanted to access the static method, you can call directly, you don't need to create an object. So here you can see if I'm trying to access my static method, so here you can see in the class I can directly access, like method 3, we can directly access, but we cannot able to access non-static method without an object. We will get a compilation error. These are the rules we have. Okay, these are the rules we have about the static method. Okay, now if I'm running this program, here you can say I'm just comment out this term. If I'm running this program, you can see you will get a proper results, like these results you will get over here. Okay, like method 1 will be called over there. So these are the rules we have for accessing the static method. Now if you wanted to access the static method within a class, you can directly access those method without and creating an object. Now the second rule we have, if you are trying to access static method outside of the class, you can able to access, but you need to use the class name directly, same like the static variable. These are the rules we have for then accessing the static method. Now last topic we have about the static block. What is meant by the static block in a Java? It is used to initialize a static data member. That is why we are using the static block. Okay, so how we are defining the static block? So here another class I'm going to create, like static block example. Static block example, this class I'm going to create, and here I'm defining the main method. Okay, now how we are defining the static block? So we must need to define the static block with the help of the static keyword, and this is how we are defining the static block. Okay, once we define, but what is the use of the static block? It is used to initialize the static data member. Now suppose if I'm defining any static variable, like here static integer static a, this is how I am just, so uh, this is the wrong. Okay, public, I mean to say static integer. Okay, if I'm defining my static variable like this is just a declaration, not an initialization, because of I haven't defined any value for this variable. Now whenever we are defining any static variable but we haven't initialized the value of that static variable. So how we can initialize the value? There is a two way. You can directly initialize, but if you wanted to initialize later on, you can initialize the value of the static variable in the static block. So here you can define the static, I mean to say, here we can define the static, here we can define the static variable. Now another, so this is how, that is the main use of the static variable. Okay, and the another point is it is executed before the main method at the time of the class loading. So when it is executing, this is executing before the main method at the time of the class loading. This is the main use of the static method. So here I'm just write down this statement like SOUAT, and the static block here uh, uh, I am just printing over here. And if I'm running this program, you can see, if I'm running this program, but before running, guys, just a minute. Okay, SOUAT, I'm just making the clear difference. Main method. Okay, main method. So basically, our whenever we are accessing anything, we must need to access within a main method. Now here your main method is executing first, but your static block executing before the main method. This is the fixed rule we have. So here you can see I'm running my program, and you can see your static block, this block will be this statement printing first before this main method statement. You can see on the console. Here you can see static block and the main method is printed. So this is the main use of the static block. One more thing I would like to tell you, before Java version 1.7, there is, before Java version 1.7, if you don't have the main method in Java, before Java version 1.7, if you don't have the main method in Java, still you can able to run the static block, means you can able to print this static block. But since Java version 1.7, there is a compulsion, but Java, I mean to say, Oracle restrict this thing. Oracle gives the clearly definition, like if you wanted to run your class, so you must need to have the main method within the class. This is the fixed rule we have. Okay, this is how we can access the, this is how we are using the static keyword in Java. So we are using the static keyword in Java in front of the static variable, in front of the method, and in front of the block. This is the main use of this static keyword in a Java. That This is what exactly I wanted to tell you, guys. That's it for this video. I hope you really like this video. If you really like, please do like of this video and do subscribe if you don't. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you.